Good evening guys, Vez here, and tonight I just wanted to show you this little new guy that just arrived. And I know I've shown this to you in a live video, but this time it's filmed with a better camera so you can see this thing in all of its beauty. Because it's beautiful. I think it's a matter of taste obviously, but I just think it looks awesome, and it's so well machined. I'm very happy. So let's take a look at what's new. First of all, you'll see these cut out on the tension arm right here. It allows you to see those gears inside, and it's a bit lighter, but other than that it doesn't change a thing. But yeah, it just looks better. And you see those water cooling coupling now, and that will allow water to circulate all the way here, and that's going to keep the whole thing cool, and it's going to cool the hot end as well as the motor, as well as the print head, and just about everything touching that guy. So that is a awesome upgrade. In my opinion, that's the upgrade that I'm most excited about. And if we look inside, look at those gears. It's a little hard on the focus. Yeah, there you go. Helicoils, better gearing, meshing between the teeth, better how do you say that, backlash. So this should be a little upgrade. Those will be available separately, so that is a good thing for those people who's got the blue gear like this one. You'll be able to switch to a black gear with helicoils. It's not going to be very expensive, so that's going to be something cool. Another thing that I've received is right here. This guy here, a PTFE Bowden tube adapter that will just go on top of this guy. And I know I've released a printed version of that, but this is the CNC. People wanted to have a CNC all metal. Because, yeah, I know, metal's better. Not always, but in this scenario, it is better. And it's going to bolt like that, and it's going to sit on top of the Goliath for those who want that. I personally don't have any use for that, but I'm going to put it there just to test. It looks good. It doesn't look out of place, in my opinion. And the good thing about it, you can see that little set screw right here that allows you to completely remove that that fitting there in case you break those little teeth inside, because sometimes after a couple usage they go bad and you need to replace that. It would be sad to just having to replace the whole thing, but now you can just replace the PTFE tube adapter. So there will be two versions of this, because the moon motor, the flange here is 2.5 millimeter and the LDO is 3 millimeter. So as you can see, when it fits right here in the back, we need to have two versions, because some people prefer the LDO, some people prefer the moon. I personally have no preference as long as it's 10 teeth, and this is a moon 10 teeth, and it works very good. I just prefer the 10 teeth for better gear meshing. I think it works better, so that's what I recommend people using. So that is it for that new Hextruder, and so exciting. Now, why do we have this and how it's going to work with the Goliath? Here is the new guy. Ta-da! This is the new tiny heat break, copper mixed with zirconia inside. So that is very, very effective at breaking the heat and keeping the heat down low. And it's going to fit right here in the new Goliath. Well, that's the VZ print head, but it's an adapter plate now. That's going to be a new thing that you're going to have to buy. It's not going to be expensive, don't worry. But it's the new adapter plate for this VZ print head. It's going to be also compatible for the Rat Rig VZ print head. And it's going to sit right there, and it's going to go, as you probably thought, right here on the Vz-Hextrudort. Now will be water cool. Look at that, how good this is looking. So awesome. So yeah, that gap here in between is for the top plate of the print head. So this is going to bolt to the top plate, and it's going to sit right there, and this guy will keep everything cool all around that thing. So now that the Goliath is shorter, a lot shorter, about, well, I didn't measure, but I think it's like 20 or 18 millimeter, or whatever. It's shorter, so I needed to design a new fan duct for the cooling. So this is what I came up with, and I printed this guy in ABS carbon fiber. I've designed this so it's easy to print upside down like that. And it also has two mounting to go under the VZ print head to brace at the bottom there. So yeah, just before I remove this, I wanted to test input shaper again to have a last or recent reading of the whole resonance. So now we're ready. I have good measurements, so I will be able to compare it with the new setup. So let's just do that. And we're done. Look at that thing. It is absolutely gorgeous. Of course, it's a matter of taste, but wow, I am in love. I'm so happy. It looks so good. Yeah, there we go. We have coolant circulating now, and I just want to see if it's leaking anywhere. Doesn't look like it's leaking. Everything's good. I'm gonna leave that run for a couple minutes just to make sure there's no leak, but I think it's just good that way it won't leak. So we're ready to do the input shaper test, and let's kick some print and see how that thing works. So this is the result of the input shaper frequency, the before and after, and as you can see here, we've gained a bit of frequency on X, and a bit more recommended acceleration. I didn't touch anything other than that setup. I didn't touch belt or anything, so that is quite good. But look at the magic that happened on the Y-axis. We've got a whopping 10,000 recommended acceleration, more than before, and about 10 hertz in the frequency range, which is totally amazing for just removing about 9 gram on the printhead. But remember, we mounted that accelerometer on the nozzle, so big improvement in terms of lever effect. So now let's see how that thing will print. Alright, now that we have input shaper configured and done, I'm doing another test. I've hooked up my thermal camera right here in the corner, and I'm currently heating the Goliath at 250 Celsius, and I'm monitoring temperature with the thermal images, and I don't know if you can see that, but I have a pointer about where the heat break would be, and it's currently at 27.4. The printhead is at 26.8, around 27, so everything at 27 degree on top there. There's no fan, no nothing. It's not printing, it's just static, and it's been heating at 250 for about, I don't know if you see that, about 10 minutes. It's 9 minutes now. But it's the second cycle I do, so I'm very happy. Everything stays cool. You can see that right here. Oh, that's my finger. But everything feels very, very cool to touch. So that's good. Even that thing here, you see those nichrome wires? Well, that's the shielding around it. You can touch them. So if you were worried about that, if you were wondering if you would get burned, nope, you can put your fingers on it, no problem. Except if you get closer to here, that is where it gets hot. So don't put, you can still touch it, just don't leave your fingers there. But just a little upper than that, and it's totally fine to put your fingers. So very, very good result. I'm happy with that. So let's start printing, I guess. Alright, first print with the new setup. Let's see how that works. We are printing with ABS carbon fiber. Well, simply because that was what was in my dry box already, and I didn't bother changing it. I was lazy. And also because I like that filament. It's just a great performer, overall performer. So, 265 Celsius, that might be a bit too much actually. We'll see. Slice at 300 millimeters per second. We are at 10K. And, yeah. It looks like it's printing good. We'll see though. I think I'm gonna have to lower that temperature just a bit. And I've done no tuning at all so far besides input shaper. So let me just slow that down to 255 might be better. But it looks like it's printing very good. I'm happy with that. So layer height 0.24. Layer width, well, it's a 0.5 millimeter bezel nozzle, so layer width depends on the features, but around 0.55. And acceleration again 10K, deceleration 10K, and we have 30K for travel moves. And what else? Yeah, print bed 100 Celsius. Chamber is currently at 35 because it just started. I baked it a bit like 2-3 minutes before, but it will go much higher. It will reach about between 42 and 45 degrees Celsius, depending on how long that print is gonna take. And so far so good. I don't think that's gonna take very long to print at that speed. Did I set the speed? I think I set it wrong. It's set at 300 millimeters per second, 10K. It's only going to reach that speed in the straight lines. But it looks like it's printing good. I'm happy with that. Let's see how we're gonna see if we're gonna see any ringing or stuff like that. I'm also filming on my DSLR at the same time, and I'm gonna put on my my temperature, how do you say that, my thermal camera, and we're gonna take a look at how the Hextruder motor, everything around how is being cooled, because yeah, now it's a very good test with the ABS. So we're just gonna let it go. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time just looking at that, but so far so good. I think print quality looks decent for no tuning at all. I'll probably have to tune pressure advance because I've changed the length of the Goliath, so yeah, that's gonna be probably a reduced pressure advance. And that's about it. For the rest, retraction, it's gonna be even better than before, but I was already like 0.2 or 0.3 and even lower depending on the material, so that's gonna be another thing that will be increased or lowered, I mean. So let's just let it print and I'll resume later. Alright, we are a little over the half and it's printing very good, I think. There are a couple of issues. Let me try to zoom in more. You see there was, I don't know what that is. Probably something stuck on the nozzle and it decided to let go there, but besides that, very good layering. There's no ghosting, there's no nothing. So I'm very happy without any tuning. That's pretty awesome. And let's see, let's go back to here. We are at 42 Celsius on the chamber. I've lowered temperature to 250 because I think it prints better at that temperature. That's very cool. I can definitely see there's something with pressure advance, but it's not that bad. We're not far off in terms of tuning, so it will be just a minor adjustment. But you can see that right on the tower, on the lift tower, you can see that. And it's soon going to bridge, so let's see what that's gonna do. Yeah, I'm very happy with that setup. For a slow print, well, slow print, it's not a ludicrous print. It's not using like 20K acceleration. At 10K, it's kind of a default quality setting. Though sometimes I even lower that depending on the part, so I'm not always at super high acceleration. But it's looking good. Oh yeah, there we go, the bridges. Oh, and it did that very, very good. That's awesome. So that new fan dock is better than the one I had before in terms of angle at which it is blasting air. It's gonna do the second bridge on the right side. I think on this layer. Or soon. But yeah, I'm gonna gonna do more testing. Obviously, I'm gonna push that thing more, and I'm gonna share you my result on how I think this is going. I'm gonna put the camera, the thermal camera, right now, so I'll resume after the thermal camera. Alright, thermal camera is on and it's filming right now, so we're gonna be able to see how that thing is cooling overall. We should not be far from that bridge. Let's do this. Come on. Oh, there you go. Second branch on the left. Good job. The print is almost done. So it took about, let's see, it's been printing for 17 minutes. And it's probably gonna take like, yeah, maybe 19-20 minutes, which is not bad. There's a final bridge there that's gonna happen. There you go. Well, for the first print, I'm very happy. I was not anticipating anything. I didn't have any hope. I was just hoping it would print good, and it does print good. Obviously, as you can see, there kind of some adjustment needed, but overall that's pretty cool. So anyway, that was it. I'm gonna show you more and do more stuff later, but for now I'm just very happy. So oh, there we go, just finished. So thank you, Goliath, and thank you, Vz-Hextrudort. You're so awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.